What's a small inconvenience curse that would drive somebody insane? Everything electronic makes a random beep at a random interval. For no apparent reason. But only when alone. A friend of mine bought a really simple yet devilish device. It was an annoying piezo buzzer attached to a timer that went off randomly anywhere between 30 seconds and like an hour apart. So it would beep in the manager's office. The manager would eventually get annoyed but have trouble tracking it down because it was so random in the time interval. He'd get up, look around, eventually give up, and it would beep again. It was the best week of work ever. The crew lounge looked across the bay at the office, so we all got a good laugh, especially once the cursing started. Always hearing water drip and never being able to find the source. Let me introduce you to a similar curse called tinnitus that's been haunting me for 20 years. May your mouse cursor be off by half a centimeters. Always in a new direction. That's fucking evil. Whenever they type the word "the" it always comes out as 10 and they have to go back to correct it. Oh, I have this curse. I'm afflicted with this curse on several words. Which one of you all cursed me? Every time they want to sneeze, they get stuck in that limbo mode for an extra long time where the sneeze is right there about to come out, but it won't. Sometimes for seconds, sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours. Whoa, there's Satan. Slow Wi-Fi, but it gets slower every time you reset it. God is dead. At random intervals into a nice hot shower, the water will go ice cold. Does not matter where they shower. It always happens at least once. That they always have, or feel like they have, sand in their shoe, or a hair in their eye. Both those things are the first thing I thought of too. May their socks always be just a little damp, in one small spot, rarely the same spot. And it applies to every pair they put on. Even if it's fresh from the dryer. You monster. I view that as a compliment. Considering the topic at hand. Every load of laundry they do, they lose one sock. They will always fart loud and hard whenever there is a moment of silence. I did this at church. During a funeral. Your asshole is now insanely itchy at random times throughout the day. And there is nothing you can do about it except wait for the itchiness to pass. Till I'm cursed. Every stoplight they approach turns red before they can make it through the intersection. You're the devil, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me. Only one side of every pair of earbud/headphones you have works perfectly. The other side turns on and off every 15 seconds. This already happens to me. What the hell did I do to you? You looked at me weirdly in church. Every 100th click they make on a computer accidentally closes the tab they were working on. I accidentally close tabs all the time. Ctrl plus Shift plus T restores your last closed tab in most browsers. It's a lifesaver. The milk always moves to the back corner of the fridge. And the pickles, ketchup, mustard, and mayo move in front of it. Guess I will give mayo cornflakes a try. I actually gagged. Someone asked a similar question yesterday about harmless haunting. I didn't respond to that, but I offer this. Unseen spider webs. I used to hike a lot back when I was younger and nothing drove me crazier than walking into an unseen spider web on the trail. It's not just the annoying fact that you now have spider silk all over and around you, but it's also how ridiculous you look to others when you get tangled up in it. You look like an absolute dipshit, arms flailing, spitting stuff out of your mouth. Your eyes all squinted shut, it's awful. But to have this all over your home, or climbing into your car each time you have to go somewhere, this would drive a person completely bonkers. I think. At least it would me. I'd just go nuts. They get hiccups every time they take a phone call. Wouldn't affect me at all. Every time they need to take an epic dump at work, someone walks into the bathroom. Or, when they need to go to the bathroom, someone else made an epic dump just right before they enter, and the seat is still warm and slightly wet. They only have non-dominant hands. Every time they go to take the trash rubbish out, the bottom of the bag splits, preferably over carpet. Oh, I get a free carpet every time I take out the trash. It will be just the one carpet. It will appear just as the bag splits, but disappear before you can clean it. The only other time it will ever appear is when you have guests over so everyone can see your trash carpet. It will still evade all cleaning attempts. Their ears are always plugged. This reminds me, when my ears were severely plugged for 3 days straight, I had started contemplating suicide. Forever will be way too much. May you always feel a pebble under your left foot, but when you look it is never there. Every time they drink a liquid it immediately becomes room temperature. Trying to drink a hot cup of coffee in the morning, bam, room temperature. Want to enjoy an ice cold beer on a hot summer day? Nope. That beer is warm and foamy. I would probably appreciate that more than hate it. Lol. Hot drinks instantly drinkable? Yes please. Loophole for the cold drinks. Drink them in a cold room. You'll get zapped by one door handle every day. Never the same one, but you will get zapped. You get a paper cut every 100th time you touch paper. Reading books is going to be a nightmare. Every time they get on the interstate the person in front of them coasts down the on-ramp instead of using it to enter the interstate at speed. Pure evil. A curse that does nothing. They hear a voice say they're cursed, and it doesn't do anything. That way they spend all of their time worrying about what the curse could be, until they eventually cause their own problems and blame it on the curse. May their room be too dark to warrant the light being switched off, but too bright to warrant it being on. Brits are always empty, even after it was just filled. Every time you're about to click on something, you move your mouse ever so slightly to misclick and click something else. It will always happen with every computer, but when someone else tries it, it works like it should. No device you ever own will charge to 100%. Phantom vibrations being sent to their phones, so they think someone is calling or texting them, but really it's nothing. Parking spaces only open up once you have passed them. Every time they blink they hear a buzzing sound. Have you ever had a finger itch? So you scratch it, and it doesn't go away. So you naturally scratch it again, because it's itchy, and it still doesn't go away. So you scratch the finger next to it, but that didn't do anything. So scratch the finger on the other side and it still itches, and the next thing you know you're scratching your entire hand, and screaming like a howler monkey at the same time, and questioning every decision you've ever made, and wondering why God has decided to punish you with such a hellishly itchy finger, that, or that. Every YouTube video has 2 unskippable ads. Their TV automatically switches channels at random times. Also their TV randomly mutes itself. Broken gas gauge. Even if they just filled up their car, the light would always be on and the needle would point to E. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed watching this video, leave your thoughts in the comments below.